senators, and representatives, I have the distinguished honor of presenting.
Welcome to the Mr. Hutchings History Podcast, the show where we break down everything you need to know about academic success and college admissions. I'm your host, Mr. Hutchings, and today we are talking about something that can make a big difference in your college journey, the SAT and ACT. If you're a high school student or a parent of one, you've probably heard a lot of conflicting opinions about these tests. Some say these tests are optional. Others say these tests are essential. The truth? Even though many universities have gone test optional recently, the SAT and ACT scores remain a key factor in competitive college admissions. Today, we'll talk about why these exams are a smart move, and how they're used by universities, and how you can prepare and register. Let's dive in. So the SAT versus ACT. What's the difference? First things first. What are the SAT, ACT, and how are they different? Both tests are standardized exams used by universities to evaluate students on their academic readiness for college. They measure skills in reading, writing, and math, but they do so in slightly different ways. The SAT focuses more on problem solving, evidence-based reading, and analytical thinking. The sections of the SAT include reading, writing and language, math, and there is an optional essay. Let me break these down for you so you can have a better understanding of what the SAT is. In the reading section, the exam is evaluating comprehension, evidence-based analysis, vocabulary and context, and understanding arguments in historical and scientific texts. In the writing and language section, you are being evaluated on grammar, sentence structure, clarity, word choice, and the ability to improve passages for logical flow and coherence. The math section covers Algebra 1, Algebra 2, problem solving, data analysis, and some advanced topics like trigonometry and geometry, with and without a calculator. A calculator is not necessary to bring to the exam. In the digital format, when a calculator is allowed, a calculator is made available on the digital platform, and so all students have access to a calculator when they need it. There is an optional essay for the SAT format. Though rarely required by colleges now, the optional essay assesses a student's ability to analyze and evaluate an argument, develop a clear and well-structured response, and use strong language and grammar skills. So the ACT, on the other hand, is more of a fast-paced exam and includes English, math, reading, science, and also has an optional writing section. So let me break down what this looks like for the ACT. English assesses grammar, punctuation, sentence structure, rhetorical skills, and the ability to revise and improve written passages. Math covers Algebra 1, Algebra 2, geometry, trigonometry, and data analysis. Reading section assesses a student's comprehension, reasoning skills, and analysis of passages in fiction, humanities, social sciences, and natural sciences. The science section assesses interpretation of data, scientific investigation, evaluation of models, and understanding of concepts from biology, chemistry, physics, and earth or space sciences. The ACT also has an optional writing section, which assesses analytical thinking, argument development, coherence, clarity, and the ability to support ideas with evidence. One major difference: the ACT has a dedicated science section, while the SAT integrates science-based questions into the reading and math sections. Also, the SAT is now entirely digital, while the ACT still offers a paper format in many locations. So, which test should you take? Well, it depends on your strengths. If you prefer more time per question and excel in analytical thinking, the SAT may be a better fit. If you work well under time pressure and have strong science and reasoning skills, you might prefer the ACT. So, why these tests still matter in college admissions? Many universities have gone test optional, meaning you don't have to submit scores. But that doesn't mean that universities don't prefer them. Here's why taking these exams still give you an advantage. First, these exams give you a competitive edge. Test optional doesn't mean test blind. Submitting strong SAT or strong ACT scores can make your application stand out, especially if your GPA is lower than the school's average. Secondly, these exams give opportunities for scholarships. Many universities and private organizations offer merit-based scholarships based on test scores. A high SAT or high ACT score can mean thousands of dollars in university tuition savings. A third reason, a third advantage of these exams is course placement. Even if a university doesn't require scores for admission, they might use these scores to determine your placement in first-year classes. A strong score could allow you to skip introductory courses and jump straight into more advanced classes. It's important to know that when high school students move to universities, they are moving to new schools, new administrators, new teachers who don't know your child or don't know you. And you, if you're the student, don't know the university, the teachers, or the classes. Coming in with test scores can help university counselors better pick classes which are more appropriate to your skill level, ensuring your academic success. The ACT and SAT scores, when referring to course placement, is always an advantage and a useful tool and shouldn't be overlooked. Okay, the last and fourth advantage that I'll mention that the ACT and SAT scores give students, it allows universities a holistic review of your application. If you're applying to selective universities, a strong SAT or strong ACT score complements the rest of your application, showing that you're prepared for college level work. And that, I would think, is pretty important. All right, when to take the SAT and ACT? For the grade 11 students, it's recommended to take the SAT or ACT in the spring of their junior year, either the months of March to the months of June. This allows time to retake the test in the fall of senior year if needed. For grade 12 students, the last advisable test dates are in the early fall, September to October, so you can meet most college application deadlines. The PSAT, available through high schools and administered in the fall of grade 10 or 11, serves as a practice version of the SAT and can qualify students for national merit scholarships. The ACT does not have a direct equivalent, but students can take the pre-ACT, which is available through participating high schools and testing centers nationwide, which provides early exposure to the ACT format. How to prepare for the SAT and ACT. Now that we understand why these tests matter, let's talk about how to prepare for them effectively. Understand the test format. The first step to success is knowing what to expect. Familiarize yourself with the types of questions on the exam. The College Board and ACT websites offer free sample questions and practice tests. Take full-length practice tests. Simulating test day conditions is one of the best ways to build endurance and confidence. Use official prep materials. The best practice guides are those created by the test makers. The College Board's official SAT study guide and the ACT's The Official ACT Prep Guide are great resources. These resources can be found at www.collegeboard.org for the SAT and www.act.org for the ACT, as well as in bookstores and libraries. Consider prep courses or tutors. If you need additional help, many online platforms offer structured prep courses, and private tutors can provide personalized guidance. These services can be beneficial for students who need targeted instruction and accountability, but they can also be costly. While high-quality prep courses can improve scores, free resources like Khan Academy, official SAT and ACT practice tests, and school-based tutoring can be effective. It's essential to weigh the value of paid services against your budget and learning style before investing. Develop a study schedule. Start preparing at least 3 to 6 months before your test date. Ideally, dedicate 6 to 8 hours per week to focused study sessions. A good schedule can include 3 2-hour sessions during the week and 1 2-hour practice test session on the weekend. If you are taking the test in the spring of your junior year, begin preparation in the fall to ensure adequate time for improvement. Adjust based on your strengths, weaknesses, and available study time. And lastly, master time management. Both tests are time sensitive. Work on answering questions efficiently to avoid running out of time on test day. How to register for the SAT and ACT. Once you're ready, it's time to register. SAT registration, visit www.collegeboard.org and create an account. Choose your test date and location and pay the registration fee. Fee waivers are available for eligible students. ACT registration, go to www.act.org and sign up. Select a test center, date, and pay the fee. Fee waivers are also available for qualifying students. Plan ahead. Seats fill up quickly, so register early. Late registration often comes with additional fees.
Target locked.
So, final thoughts. Take the SAT or ACT even if it's not required. Here's the bottom line. Submitting an SAT or ACT score is almost always an advantage. Even if your dream school is test optional, a strong test score can help with admissions, scholarships, and of course, class placement. So take the time to prepare, register for the test, and do your best. You won't regret having the option to submit a great score when it matters most. That's it for today's episode of Mr. Hutchings History. If you found this helpful, share with a friend. And don't forget to subscribe for more tips on college admissions and academic success. Have a question or topic you'd like me to cover? Let me know.
Subscribe for more content.
This episode of Mr. Hutchings History is now streaming on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, and all your favorite platforms like CastBox, Podcast Addict, and Amazon Music. Tune in now.